back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports One. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
We are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. It's Barnes. It's Tony.
Yo.
It's Renee. It's Michael. It's
couch.
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday.
What's going on, everyone?
Not much, dude. You know, just chilling, getting ready to recap some nice hockey.
Yeah, no, honestly, pumped for the hockey.
Yeah,
and I think this is up your alley. And we could probably pull up the audio, but I just heard this on the radio, and it just sounds a little like, I don't know if they were just trying to like make something out of nothing, but so you know how the Bucks-Rams game, it was on NBC, and you know Michaels was on the call.
Yeah,
I guess if you go back to it, he just sounds like so tight. He makes the call. He's like, and the field goal is good, and the Rams by the skin of their teeth. And they're like, so Carton and Roberts are saying that Michaels had a ton of money on the game and lost, and that's why he was tight. What do you think about that?
I would say it's pretty possible, right?
Yeah,
No,
I have a different idea. I was thinking more along the lines is the Super Bowl is on NBC. Most likely it'll be Michael's last Super Bowl because if it goes to Thursday Night Football, Amazon Prime is not going to have the Super Bowl. So maybe he was just thinking, for my last Super Bowl, it's in LA. I want to call one more Brady Super Bowl. That was kind of my thought going into it.
Yeah, maybe. Our broadcasters are allowed to. I imagine they're allowed to bet.
I believe
right?
so. Yeah,
they can't really affect the outcome. Really.
No, and nobody can. So that's why.
I don't know about nobody.
Well, right, but I guess. But I don't know. I just feel like so you could put so just put BUCS Rams game and then just put game winning field goal.
Guess Michaels wasn't too happy about that one. I don't know, maybe he's just a Brady fan.
Let's see if this is.
So get this. Every 1.2 seconds, a new user
He definitely is a Brady fan.
Yeah.
30 yards to win the game. McGate boots it through. And the Rams, by the hair of their skinny teeth.
They're skinny what?
Teeth.
Games so far.
What do you think, honestly? You think they're overplaying it or no?
All three. Yes.
No, that was kind of a bad call.
Yeah, it's not how he usually
Excitement, no anything.
in the end zone. Like, you know how he usually would do it? Like,
yeah, that wasn't good, dude.
so you're saying he had like 6 figures on the game?
Probably.
Wow.
7 figures.
I mean, I get it because just the sentiment. Okay, the Rams, the big spot, Stafford, Brady. It would make sense why he would have Brady.
Oh yeah, of course.
And then the fact that he's chasing that, they tie the game, and then they have these ridiculous passes. So makes sense. But you buy into my theory a little bit there, though.
I mean, I can see that too. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, like we said, obviously a very lengthy career. He probably wants to end it the way he would like to end it. So. But yeah. Just regardless, though, you got a better call than that, dude.
Yeah. No, but he's been spot on all season, so that's why I guess.
And it's good. Oh,
yeah. I just thought that was funny. I know we've asked this many times before, Tony, but one more time for me, if you wouldn't mind, your favorite broadcasting team for NFL.
For
combo,
NFL,
not like just one guy specifically, but just the combination.
I mean, I know it may not be like pretty well liked. They should be well liked, but I mean, I honestly do enjoy Aikman and Buck.
Yeah, it's a professional broadcast.
Very professional, very chill, nothing crazy, not a lot of
Dave
gimmicks.
Rothenberg and Humpty hate them.
Yeah,
Really?
Hate them.
They always
they said
playing
they're
clips?
Chiefs.
Really?
On air.
Wow.
Too much. He said Tony Romo, too much now. He's like,
You think Tony Romo's too much?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I like Tony Romo. I think Romo and Nance are great. I really do.
Jimmy John Madden, RIP.
Yeah, I mean, obviously legend. And then yesterday, Carton Roberts, Evan was saying his favorite is actually Iron Eagle.
Really?
What do you think about him? I don't think he's bad.
Yeah, he's not bad.
But I guess you think of him more with basketball than you do for football.
Yeah.
You know? But I guess eventually he'll want to take his job. But just thought that was just interesting. So I wanted to bring that up. But, hey, I'm just excited for Championship Sunday.
Yeah. And who's going to be a new broadcaster?
Yeah. I mean, it looks like everything points to Collinsworth sticking around, though.
By the way, I forget which game it was, but someone during the pregame show is Collinsworth's like son? Jack Collinsworth.
Jacks or whatever Collinsworth, yeah.
It's his son.
He sounds just like him, right?
He looks just like him, too.
He used to work for ESPN.
Fucking nepotism is what it is, dude.
Carbon copy, I mean, right?
Yeah.
What are you gonna really say about that? And then a lot of talk, on the radio this morning too about the whole Brady Rodgers situation. And it seems like the sentiment is Rodgers gone, Brady, they're not quite buying it, but he sounds more serious than ever. And they're throwing out a lot of different destinations for Rodgers. It would be kind of interesting. Imagine if Brady actually did retire and then Rodgers just went there.
That'd be nuts. I really can't see Brady retiring, though.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah,
I think we said it yesterday.
Right.
He want to retire, Super Bowl.
And I don't know if we mentioned this yesterday, but actually if he retires, which I don't understand how the cap works and all this stuff, but supposedly the Bucs are going to have a $40 million dead cap hit, even though he was only slated to make 25. Explain that to me, Tony. Capologist over here.
No idea.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah, doesn't make any sense.
I mean, if there's a $40 million dead cap, I mean, they're going to literally go like 3-14.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. But so I don't think he wants to leave him high and dry, but maybe, he wants to reshape the roster. I mean, would it be crazy for them if they're able to clear some space and, obviously Brown's out, Godwin's a free agency. Right. Maybe Odell somehow comes into play too, because it seems like Brady and Odell have always had this type of relationship.
No, yeah. I mean, I think honestly, there's not really like that much they have to improve on. Just a couple more weapons on offense.
Yeah.
Obviously they had some struggles with some receivers getting injured. We know what happened with Brown.
Yeah.
And then maybe some improvements in the O-line. And I feel like.
Yeah. But I wonder too, maybe Arians is getting to him a little bit.
Yeah.
He just, I don't know. I don't
seem like a good guy to talk to.
No, but he used to have a great reputation. And so ever since he got Brady, it's like he's, like I said, he thinks he's Vince Lombardi.
On his high horse, yeah.
Just sick of it, Tony. But just thought I would bring that up. But let's get started here in the world of the National Basketball Association.
The Bulls go! LeBron James at the buzzer! He makes it the three! And the Lakers win the game!
All right. So we had 4 games in the NBA last night. We'll take a look at 2. In the first one, we had a very close match between the Cavs and the Knicks. And at the end of the day, the Cavs 95, the Knicks 93, with Julius Randle, missing a 3 by a wide margin at the buzzer. So once again, Tony, I mean, I know this is the Cavs and the Cavs are expected to win this game, but that late game execution for the Knicks is just not there.
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, they scored 24 in the fourth and, they had a little bit of a roll, I guess, but I mean, why are we putting the ball in Randle's hand?
I mean, just to get him through it. That's the only thing I can think of.
I don't understand why was that the play.
Yeah, I mean, I think RJ basically, unless he's double, triple teamed, should just every time the ball should be in his hands.
That's so weird to me.
So I don't quite understand that, and I know I heard on the way into that they missed 10 free throws.
That's been a 21.
That's been a problem before. You can't miss free throws, and but what I meant to, I know you mentioned 24 in the fourth, but it's not even just about the fourth. It's about the final minute of the game.
Right.
I feel like that is never executed the right way.
No, it seems they're too jittery. They can't really they know they're close. They know what they have to do, but they just can't really execute. And I think it's really a mental thing at that point.
Right.
Because it's we've seen them have good games before. So what makes that different?
Yeah. And then I think the Thibs again with the who he's putting in here. So Reddish gets a DMP. He plays Taj 19 minutes. He plays quickly 26 minutes, even though he shoots 1 of 10. So it just doesn't seem like maybe the right things are being done. I don't know. I don't understand that one.
No, yeah, it's weird to me that Reddish wouldn't be playing.
Yeah, and then Burks gets 18 minutes
Right.
and doesn't score again. So I just think, if you want to turn this around, like it's like you can't just keep doing the same exact things. And it just seems like that he just sat on, this is the way I went into the season. Julius is gonna be the guy. 6 of 17 last night from the floor, minus 22.
Yeah, 18 points. I mean, isn't terrible, but still, dude. I mean, that's not nearly as what you want to be getting out of him at all.
And then how about Obi Toppin only gets 15 minutes plus 20, 13 points.
Wow.
So
You should be playing like the whole game.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But it just has to be my way.
Oh, no.
Would you almost like a Collinsworth mindset? He's not going to change for you, Tony.
No, not at all. Now, like, does he like get these stats? Like, is there like an assistant who's like, hey man, like Toppin's got like 13 points, doing pretty well. You want to put him back in?
I mean, Michael, can you at least give me something on this?
Yeah, he's just trash, dude. I don't know what it is. Why'd you even trade for Cam Reddish then?
Yeah, he's got to work in my system. I got to see him work the right way, otherwise he's not going to get in.
Literally,
that's just the way it is.
Yeah,
I don't care what you say.
No, literally, dude. That's what it seems like.
I feel like you're almost to the point where you want to fire him.
Have you seen the video of him and Jay Crowder getting into it?
No. Wait, so Jay Crowder was
he was on another team.
Okay.
And he's like, F you. He's like, yeah, come into the parking lot then after. Fucking bitch,
That's what Thibs said?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So can you just imagine what he's like privately to his own players?
Yeah. It just seems like it might be too much over the top, and the fact that while he's had some success, he's
never really won though.
Never won a championship.
That's why I honestly
assistant.
When we hired him, I was like, When we won, I was like, okay,
right.
But it's like when I was like, it was because he always does well, but they never win.
Right. And
it's not like win-win.
Does that have anything to do with that he's wearing the players down and they're not as?
And that's another thing too. Yeah.
Up.
There, look at the injuries in the past from Rose to Luol Deng to Joakim to Boozer.
Right.
A lot of those players could have, Joakim could have still been playing if Taj Gibson is.
Right.
And fucking Tyson Chandler's still playing.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely true.
Luol Deng, they're all younger than him.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got worn down, dude. He got to the Lakers, for example, Luol, and he just everything went out from underneath him, dude.
$60 million for him.
He was fine though the year before.
Yeah, just completely fine, and then gone in a second.
Thibs.
I mean, what do you think, Tony, when it comes to a coach with that mindset? The real tough on the players. I mean, do you think that like it's tough for that to succeed in the long term because they get worn down?
Well, no, I don't think so. I mean, obviously, it kind of depends on the player. The player has to have a pretty hard mentality, which I mean, they should all have. Obviously, like thick skin. They should have like a tough mentality because obviously they're professional athletes. Like they should be used to getting ridiculed and told what they're doing wrong and benched if possible. But I mean, we're not like it's one thing if Thibs is like tough on the players, but then like makes good decisions.
Right, with who's playing the game,
who's playing,
like being stubborn,
not
having
being stubborn
preconceived
in his
notions.
way. Yeah, so like it looks worse when you're tough on the players, and then the moves you make don't make sense, and team's not doing well. Like it's not a good look.
Yeah. And I honestly think we've seen crazy stuff with Dolan before, but especially this season bottoms out. They missed a play-in tournament or something, or 10, 15 games under 500. I think they might just show them the door.
Really,
even though it's only 2 seasons, but. I don't know, a lot of expectation going into this year.
That's for sure, especially after the playoff push last year.
The Knicks fans are tired of the rebuild. So definitely something to keep an eye out for sure. And one other thing too, I mean, they're saying, oh, well, he didn't sign off on the moves in free agency for Fournier and Walker. But I still think that's, it's not his job to decide who's on the team.
Right.
And then he's got to make the best of what he has. And that still doesn't mean, what are you going to rebel against the front office and not make the right moves just because you don't like who they
That's childish. You don't do that.
So interesting to see what happens. But the Cavs here. Oh, no, go ahead, Michael.
No, that's a good idea. Just do it to go against the guys who are like trying to build you a winning team and just like completely fuck them over.
Yeah, I mean, just It got you out of,
Just because you love your old players.
yeah. But it's like,
What's wrong with
don't
you?
you want to win? Isn't that what it's about?
I want to
Dude, I love seeing the young guys out there, energetic and fucking bouncing up and down.
No, but I just want to see what would Obi do 30 minutes a night every night.
Probably do 20 and 10. Amari
Yeah,
esque.
I know. And he
Young
finally
Amari.
hit some threes last night, so it's just like hopefully he gets more playing time.
Amari Cooper.
Amari Stoudemire.
I know that was a joke.
But how about the Cavs, Tony? 10 games over 500 for the first time since 2018, the last year they went to the NBA Finals.
Wow, who was in the team then?
Kevin Love, who had 20 points last night, 6 of 12 from 3-point range. It's crazy. I wrote him off. I thought couldn't play anymore.
Did you really?
I
You
didn't.
knew it.
I knew it because, dude, he's not athletic. He never was. And
Right.
he was nasty.
Right. That touch,
The positioning on
banging the board.
Yeah, he would have. Dude, remember he would have like 25
Yeah.
rebounds
All the time.
All the
with
time.
Minnesota. Yeah. So it's crazy because I thought, they're going to look to buy him out, look to trade, but it's like they don't even really have that many high salary guys. I mean, might as well just keep him around. His finals experience, championship experience.
Right,
I mean,
veteran player.
So you might see him finish his career in Cleveland after seeming like he was definitely going to get shown the door. So good story this year for them. And the Bulls will squeak it out against the Thunder, 111-110. DeRozan was given a day of rest here, so obviously that made it a little more difficult on the Bulls. But they did have Levine, they did have Vucevic, and they both did their thing. But the fourth quarter, kind of like what we say, foot off the gas, outscored by 13 points in the fourth.
Right.
Do you look at this as like a Florida Panthers situation where you're not going to take too much from it?
Yeah, I mean, they're out. There's no Ball. There's no DeRozan. Two of their better players for sure. Obviously, they still have enough weapons. And, we kind of saw that with the starting five. But yeah, I mean, listen. Who's the dude on OKC that the
Shai
big name?
Alexander.
Yeah.
31.
Yeah, exactly. He had a big game. Can't really, I guess, do much about that. I mean, OKC makes a big run. Bulls still come away with it, so I wouldn't think much of it as someone on the Bulls.
Yeah, and they just needed a win. They got the win. There's no style points for wins. So hopefully they can build on this for their sake. And looking at the schedule, usually Tuesday is a light slate, but we actually have, I'm just taking a look at here, 6, 7, 8, 9 games on Tuesday. Wow. Usually Tuesday is a 2 or 3 type of night. So a lot of games to choose from, Tony. And obviously one I have circled, which I believe is going to be a tall task, Durant or not. Lakers at Nets, 7:30 on TNT. Second half of that doubleheader, we got Mavs and Warriors. So a lot of stars out on the court tonight.
Right.
But I'll go with you first. What do you got for number 1 for your lock for tonight?
All right, I'm gonna go. The LA Clippers are visiting the Washington Wizards tonight.
Interesting pick.
Well, I'm just saying,
You're just saying? You're just saying what?
Well, if you don't interrupt me, I can say it.
No, but the only reason I said that is because the way you said it, you were implying like I should know what you're saying before you what I mean? That it was already said, and it's just like, what are you saying? Fair enough, Tony. It was a fair point, but continue.
All right, so we know the deal with the Clippers. Paul George is out. Absolutely, dumpster fire since then. However, they're playing the Washington Wizards. They're 23 and 24 right now. They're on a 3-game losing streak. So I would like the Clippers to maybe a nice, bounce back game here against the Wizards. Get something out of this season. Feel good about themselves about something. So I think over as a 217. I say the Clippers take this one. I'm going to say 102-98.
Okay. Any particular reason why you like the Clippers so much?
I do enjoy Paul George.
But without Paul George, it seems like you still are like big on the Clippers.
Well, because I feel bad for them.
Feel bad for them. Okay. So you think they have some fight, they're rallying.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Wizards.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go, even though it is a tough spot, but we know they're without Durant. The game's in Brooklyn, so they're without Kyrie. So give me the Lakers tonight over the Nets. I think LeBron's tight. I think Westbrook is due for a big game finally. I can't remember the last time he scored 30 points. So give me the Lakers here on the road, 118-110 and we get a combined 65 from LeBron and Westbrook, and the Lakers get the job done. Once again, 500 on the season.
Is AD playing or no?
He is playing. I can't believe I didn't mention that.
Wow, dude, they're definitely gonna lose now.
He's missed 17 games.
Yeah.
They're definitely gonna lose now against Harden and Cam Thomas. Come on.
Oh, did you see the Sixers news?
No.
They are not going to trade Ben Simmons until the offseason in hopes to get fucking James Harden or some big dude like that in a trade in the offseason.
I just don't get why would they be more likely to get them?
I disagree with it.
Yeah.
I hate it. Why are you wasting Joel's year?
Yeah. Yeah, he could use some
the
help.
front office of the Sixers isn't like, why are they hell bent on getting like the world for Ben Simmons?
The process.
Daryl Morey. I mean, look what happened in Houston at the end.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what happens, Tony. It's like picking the Clippers every night, you know? Eventually it catches up to you.
Oh, all right, dude. You're going to pick the Lakers every night.
I don't pick the Lakers every night. I really don't, actually. I mean, fair question.
He always says LeBron 35, 12, 10.
35, 12, 10. Westbrook 0 for 9 for 3.
Stop.
Who are they playing tonight?
The Nets, but it's just Harden.
Harden usually excels like
He's
that.
back. Yeah.
Lakers are going to blow him out.
Yeah, exactly. So
all right, let's go.
Claxton.
We'll talk about the 76ers. I'm picking the 76ers for my next game. Playing the Pelicans.
Oh, my God.
Embiid's pissed that they're not going to trade Ben Simmons for anyone.
Yeah.
He's going to go off.
Yeah, he just found out.
69 points tonight. Sixers take it like, I don't know, 122 to 100.
that's what happens, Tony. Pick him.
Who said it?
Matt.
Pick
Oh, man. Okay, so you got the Sixers for number 2. For my second pick here, I'm going to go with the Dallas Mavericks over the Golden State Warriors. I think this is one of those Steph chunk nights, maybe 5 for 21. Luka, 45 points, 15 assists, and the Mavericks down the Warriors 100 to 90.
Porzingis?
In San Francisco. Porzingis, 17 to 10. It's a nice solid night. Maybe Finney Smith chips in with 12. Dallas, hey, I mean, they've impressed me at times this year. Other times, not so much, but they have beat up on Memphis, which, everyone was saying, oh, Warriors, and where are they now? Lost a few games. Just saying.
That's true.
Point to be made, Tony. Point to be made. So we'll see what happens, but I know you're excited. It's finally time to go there. The world of the National Hockey League.
In they come. Edmonds, what a save by Vasilevsky. Are you kidding me? McAvoy, Frederick, did you get the license plate number on that truck? McDavid, beautiful move. You just knew that Connor McDavid was going to make a statement. What a goal.
All right, so we had some exciting games in the National Hockey League last night, but of course, if the Rangers are in action, Tony, that's where we start. Oh, yeah. They had a very, very exciting game against the Los Angeles Kings, and they avenged their loss from earlier this season, defeating them in a shootout 3-2. Adam Fox, the hero, in the 6th leg. What a game.
Oh, my God, yeah, to start with that shootout, Adam Fox he had a nice backhand over the shoulder goal. It was honestly really impressive on someone like Jonathan Quick, who's like a veteran goalie. He's been in plenty of shootouts throughout his career, and to make him look silly the way Adam Fox did, hilarious. And then after the game, post-game conference, Adam Fox admittedly says that he hasn't practiced shootouts.
Right. Yeah. No, Gallant was saying he doesn't like him, but I think he's going to like him now.
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Clearly having fun with it. Very impressive stuff. LA, I think, coming into the season didn't have a lot of expectations.
No.
But they're in the playoff run right now. I think a lot of their old guys, a lot of their veterans are some of their top scorers, which, again, something they didn't really bank on or expect, I should say. A very physical team, too. They matched the Rangers in hits last night with 26 apiece. Very high-octane offense, 36 shots on goal. Of course, having Igor in net for us is always tough. He had 34 saves. Picked up his 20th win of the season. That's a career high for him. Speaking of career highs, Chris Kreider gets his 30th goal. Another career high for him at this point. On the power play, of course. Beautiful I think he got a pass from Fox. He was in front of the net. His in front of the net presence, I mean, we've talked about it every day, it seems. It's just so ridiculously impressive. He's really got that, like chip in, sort of deflection goal down. That's exactly what we saw. That kind of started off the Rangers right there. But again, like I was saying, LA Kings were good. Lazat and Lafalo were able to score in the second period. Rangers had a little bit of a lull, with the Kings. They've always been a very speedy team. And when their speed is kind of coupled with some momentum, they're a tough team to kind of play against. But we saw Gaudreau, the young guy, tied up in the third period, forced overtime. We went through overtime, surprisingly, with no scoring, and then shootout, dude. I mean, shootout hockey is just the most fun.
It's really so is, like you're on the edge of your seat. Literally. Your heart can't take it. Mm-hmm. And what I like to see, and I know, listen, like, and especially I'm trying to think for actually playoffs, there are no shootouts. Okay, overtime, so doesn't have anything to do with the playoffs. However, I just think there's something to be said about a team's resilience when twice you answer with your back against the wall in a shootout. Because they needed to make those shots, otherwise they would have lost the game.
Yeah, and talk about something that's just the pressure of the world on your shoulders. I mean, it's just you, man. Like, there's nothing else. You got to make a good move, and you got to stay focused and not screw it up. So
yeah,
it does. It says a lot.
And I just love for the Rangers, and I know I've spoke to their depth before, but it's like, other than, of course, Kreider scoring in a lot of games, it just seems like it's someone new stepping up every night. Fox, Gaudreau, how about Reeves the other night? You know what I mean? It's always someone new. Zibanejad has had a bunch of big games this year.
And Gauthier as well. I mean, we have a lot of young people. With struggling with a little bit of injury and a little bit of COVID issues, we have a lot of guys kind of filtering in and out from the Wolfpack. So, and we see them kind of come up and almost rise to the occasion, which is really nice to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know, like we just said, I mean, there's a lot of guys on this team, a lot of pieces, but being that Kreider, is the veteran, like, who do you think is the next kind of guy they're building around? Is it Fox? Is it Panarin? Like, how do you see it?
It's tough right now. I mean, obviously, we got Kaapo Kakko's first round pick from the draft. Yes, Michael, Kaapo Kakko. He's injured right now, so obviously, that's someone we would like to build around.
What position is he? A wing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then of course, we have Lafreniere as well. He's also a wing. He was the first round pick. He was the first pick of the draft 2 years ago.
They had the first pick 2 years ago, really?
Yeah.
How did they? I think
it's a lottery.
Oh, okay. So it's like the NBA.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
like I'm saying, it's not just predetermined like football or baseball.
No, it's not. It's you're the worst team in your division. You get thrown into a lottery. There's a drawing.
So obviously they got lucky.
Just like the Mega. It's like literally the Mega Millions drawing.
But is it weighted though, where the team with the worst record out of everybody has slightly more of a chance than the other ones, or no?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay, so that's a little different than the NBA, but that obviously that pays dividends, of course, winning something like that.
So I would say him, Lafreniere, and Kakko are probably the two they're trying to build around. Yeah. Young talent.
And Fox, I mean, what is he, 25, 26?
I think he's my age. I think he's 26, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know he just signed that contract.
7 years.
Which was pretty manageable, right? I mean, I know he's a defenseman, but.
I would say, I mean, of course, I guess, we expected certain things from him. I would say he's really exceeding expectations. So.
Yeah, just from the playmaking aspect, you know what I mean? Yeah. He's a good defender, but the fact that he has so many assists,
it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, he's constantly setting the table.
Yeah.
And I believe the Rangers is it third or tomorrow? They're in Carolina, I think, right? That's their next game.
Tomorrow, yeah, I believe so.
A team that you've alluded to the fact that maybe they're not as good as what we thought.
Have I?
Yesterday when we were talking about the top teams in the East with Florida, you said, I'm not really buying Carolina.
Did I really say that?
You just say things sometimes.
Sometimes I do, I guess. Let's see. It looks like they're playing Columbus on Thursday.
Oh, Columbus. Oh, I don't know why I thought Carolina, but did they just play them? Like, they
a couple days ago.
Okay, maybe I was just getting confused.
Before Arizona.
But Columbus, I know, what is it, 2 days off? Still seems like a Gorgie spot.
I don't think so. Yeah, you said that every night, guys. Every day, I think.
No, because I just try to take my best guess. I'm learning about this goalie rotation.
Oh, dude, Minnesota on a Friday seems like a goalie spot.
But you have to admit, Arizona did seem like a gorgeous spot. That was one where
back to back.
Yeah,
the Arizona Coyotes. It did seem like one, but
yeah,
whatever, man.
And I think I heard yesterday. I think that it's 7 or 8 in a row. Shesterkin has won behind goal.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh, dude, you gotta love it. Again, talk about resilience in a shootout. Goaltending, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's crazy too. It's funny. I just feel like I feel the tension watching it. Just the way the goalie's moving, how they're like slightly out of the net.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then I know it depends on, of course, how they're positioned. But what's your favorite strategy? Like, do you like to go like between the pipes or like kind of rocket one high? Like, what's your favorite like shootout type of strategy? You think?
If I was like trying to score, you mean? Honestly, I do enjoy the backhand look.
Yeah.
Maybe a little, fake a little wrist shot, deke left, come back right, over the backhand.
Yeah,
over the blocker.
I forgot who it was yesterday. It might have been Panarin or something, but they went left, and it's just like there was like the goalie's just sitting there.
Yeah.
It's just like that's why I just feel like if you just try to rocket one, like just in the left or right gap. That's kind of my favorite shot. So, but definitely an exciting game yesterday for sure. A couple other results. How about the Ducks? 5-3, snapping that losing streak.
I know. I guess law of averages. Everything comes to an end. Ducks we talked about being a good veteran team, and of course, I guess a little bit of a slow start for the Bruins here. And they weren't able to score at all in the first period, which is something I think we haven't seen in a while. And you saw a goal from Pasternak and Taylor Hall on the power play, but other than that, Boston didn't really have much offense. They didn't really capitalize on the power play opportunities. Only that one power play goal. And you got Troy Terry and Ryan Getzlaf on the Ducks, dude.
Maybe changing of the guard here, back to their winning ways from earlier this season.
This is a good start to it. Beating a team like the Bruins, dude. I'm not sure what the rest of their schedule looks like, but Bruins are one of the better teams in the league here. I would imagine maybe they're on the East Coast right now.
Yeah, I would think
they're doing like Philly or Islanders, or looks like they're going to Toronto. Oh, they're doing a Canadian tour. Yeah,
okay.
Toronto, which might be tough, but then Montreal, Ottawa.
So
going to Detroit, Seattle, Calgary, Edmonton, Vancouver. Those are
all winnable games. You're not going to win all of them, but you have a good shot.
Oh yeah, every single one. You just take them one day at a time. What are those? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can win 5, 6 out of 7 of those games, dude.
Why not?
Why not, dude?
More surprising result from last night. Wild dropping 8 on the Canadiens, or the Flames 7-1 over St. Louis.
Flames easily. The Blues we've seen struggle a little bit. I think they're trying to make a push for some type of trade deadline. Deadline is until March.
Kane.
What?
Kane.
You think they want Patrick Kane?
Not Patrick.
Vander Kane?
Yeah. You think everybody's kind of like?
Yeah. I do think so.
It's only a desperation move.
Yeah. It's funny, like a couple of years ago after they won the Cup, or I think the season after they won the Cup, Vladimir Tarasenko, one of their greatest forwards, requested a trade. Obviously, they didn't trade him because he's one of their best players. So I don't know. Maybe they're looking for some nice trade value out of him. He's having a good season. They could use a couple more pieces, maybe. But yeah, very surprising. Obviously, we've recapped a lot of Blues games where they've been pretty dominant and everything. Calgary, of course, a good team as well. But 7 goals, dude.
Yeah. Calgary confuses me though. I don't know. I just can't tell at the end of the day where they are. Do you feel they finished 6 through 8 in the Western Conference, or what do you think?
6 through 8 in the West. I don't know. It's tough now with the West. Is Edmonton going to be bouncing back? What do we see with that?
Maybe we'll find out tonight.
Can the Kings, remain consistent with their play at this point? I think it's a big question mark. They could line up in the middle of the pack. They could be towards 6 through 8, I guess. But I think the West is quite a big toss-up, honestly.
And how about Capitals? They're kind of almost going through an Edmonton way. Not as bad, but if you look at, let's see, so they've lost 7 out of 10.
Yeah, it is tough.
1-0 last night to Vegas.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, they struggled a little bit with injury. And like I said, I don't know. It seems like Ovechkin might be losing a step or two.
Yeah.
Of course, he's still got, his skill in terms of his shooting, which is what we see a lot. but it just doesn't seem like he has the length into the game, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's just he's been at it a while.
Been at it a very long time.
You know, we've seen it in spurts with Crosby and Malkin, you know what I mean, getting banged up or just not going through kind of droughts of scoring. I think that's kind of normal when you get to that age. Hockey, such a physical sport.
Yeah, no, of course, dude. It's very taxing, and it's, you know, it's not like you're on the ice for a couple minutes, you know, maybe like resting or doing, like, when you're on the ice, you're sprinting the entire time. And of course, you know, they struggle a little bit with injury as well. I think Oshie is still out, you know, which is pretty big for them. They just got Kuznetsov back, so maybe, you know, a little bit Kuznetsov will find his skates again, and maybe that'll take a little bit of pressure off of Ovechkin in terms of how hard he's going to have to play the whole game, you know? So I still think they could have like a, you know, bounce back-ish time. And they're still good, what, 23-11? I mean,
yeah, the record's still good, just of recent. Yeah, obviously.
Recently they're struggling, but I think they'll be fine.
Yeah. And do you feel too, like, once Ovechkin, you know, has a game where he scores 2 goals, that it's just off to the races?
Exactly, dude. Yeah, totally.
So interesting slate tonight, Tony. I'm really excited for a pick segment here. Tons of games to choose from, and I just, like, I don't even know where to go, and I'm just kind of interested where you're gonna lean here. Just, you know, a lot of good teams, a lot of bad teams in action, closer games. I mean, where are you going here to start?
I'm gonna go to a Canadian matchup. Edmonton Oilers are in Vancouver tonight. Oilers, like we mentioned, just beat Calgary 5-3. Draisaitl, I think, had 2 goals and 2 assists. I think maybe what we're going to see here is a little bit of a bounce back push. You know, we've talked about the amount of talent the Oilers have, but obviously, you know, goaltending and defense has been kind of an issue, and because of that, you know, the rest of their game has suffered. But nonetheless, against Vancouver, they're on a 2-game losing streak. I mean, you know, we've seen a little bit of spurts from Vancouver with a couple good wins, but I mean, they're 18-19, 8-8 at home. I really do think if the Oilers have the right mindset, if they're all in on this season, on this bounce back right now, I think they're gonna have a hell of a game. Vancouver, we've seen struggle defensively, and like I said, if the Oilers' offense are firing on any cylinders, I think they're gonna roll them over. I think it'll be Oilers. I think it'll be 5-2.
Okay.
5-goal game.
I like it. Taking a look here, Tony, I am going to go with the Nashville Predators over the Seattle Kraken on the road here. And, you know, you look at Nashville this season, 26-14, you know, pretty strong play, and especially at home, obviously this one being on the road, but playing the Kraken, you know, you could say that's a home game in itself.
Oh, yeah.
I just think they're just far and away the better team here. And, you know, you look at it on the road, I mean, Nashville 13-7-3, that's not bad. And then, like I said, you're playing the Kraken, and Saros, if he's getting the start, I mean, 2.38 goals against, 9.25 save percentage. That's pretty good. So I just feel like here, I think they get this one handily. And I'm going to say it's going to be Nashville 5, Seattle 2, and Josie is going to have 2 goals and an assist.
Josie.
No relation between Flip and Peter Forsberg, right?
A Flip?
Oh, the spelling.
Flip.
I've never seen Philip, but that's not. I mean, is that like Swedish or something? I've never seen that spelling before.
Oh, I think it is. It might be Swedish or Swiss.
But he's not his son, right?
No,
Peter
no,
Forsberg.
No.
He was nasty though, right? He was on the Flyers, or was he on the Avalanche?
Avalanche.
Okay. Patrick.
Wow.
It was definitely his teammate with Sakic.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, Nashville got that one 5-3 over Nashville.
So you're going
5-2. Sorry,
5-3.
5-2. I said 5-2 originally, and then I said
over Nashville.
Over Seattle.
You're going with Nashville, dude?
It seemed like you agree with everything I was saying, and then you go, you're going with Nashville?
It's just surprising because I feel like every time you go with Nashville, they always like bite you in the ass.
No, it's against Nashville, not for Nashville. That's Florida, Tony.
Ooh. All right, dude.
Don't.
What?
No, I just thought All right, no, go ahead.
Wait, you want to go Florida tonight?
No, I thought you were going to.
I was thinking about it, but I'm going to go Metropolitan Division matchup here. Philadelphia visiting New York Islanders. Philadelphia just looking like an absolute shit show. They're 13-21. They're on like a 6-game losing streak, I think. Early in the month, they lost back-to-back games to the Islanders on the 17th and 18th. They lost the first game 4-1, second game 4-3. So I mean, it's just not a good look for the Flyers right now. They're struggling with injuries. They just have absolutely just terrible defense. Carter Hart has been decent in net here and there, but I just don't think they have a dog in this fight here. With the way the Islanders, we've seen them kind of roll over teams before. Their first line, obviously very talented with Barzal and Brock Nelson. But, dude, I'm going to say the Islanders win this one. I'm going to say decisively 6-2.
Wow. Islanders working their way back after a tough start.
On the over.
Like it.
Let's go, dude.
So, Tony, I just feel like it's come to a point where this is just meant to be. Give me the Winnipeg Jets at home against the Florida Panthers. 5-4. And Connor with the game-winning goal. 30 seconds left. Huberdeau takes 10 shots, misses all of them, and shows where the Florida Panthers are frauds. Just saying, -170 for Florida here.
Is that a third game?
What do you mean third game?
Did you pick a third game? Your third game?
No, second.
Second game? Okay.
Yeah, because I had the Predators, my other game.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, I think we'll have some fun games,
Oh,
but
yeah, dude.
you do have some toilet bowls mixed in, Ottawa and Buffalo.
Oh, Ottawa and Buffalo.
And then a mismatch, obviously, like the Coyotes and the Penguins.
No, dude.
Golden Knights and Hurricanes could be a good one.
Yeah, I think that's a good matchup. I'm surprised you didn't pick that one, but you're obsessed with Florida, so.
Well, I just felt like, Golden Knights, tough game last night. I want to take the Knights. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
But I just feel like on the road in a back-to-back situation against a team like Carolina, whose record is pretty good. So it's just kind of tough to go that route.
No, it is tough, but I mean, Hurricanes coming off a really tough game against the Devils, dude. They lost 7-4 against the Devils. 7 goals they let up. That's weird for them. I'm surprised their defense really did that.
Yeah, so maybe they enter the fraud conversation.
Yeah. Oh God. One game they lose. They're frauds.
Tony, just to
I'm just kidding, dude.
Oh, I know, I know you're kidding, but
okay.
I'm just kind of curious. I want to do a comparison here. I want you to give me your top 5 teams in the NHL.
My top 5.
I can go first if you'd
personally?
like. No, just not bias aside with the Rangers. Just pecking order, 1 to 5. Not but think as far as how good you think they are.
Okay.
Best to worst.
And I exclude the
1
Rangers.
to 5. No, Rangers are in it, but I'm saying just an honest take on it. Yeah.
All right. Top 5. I'll go Carolina. I'll go Rangers.
So 1-2.
1-2. And then I think I'll go Bruins. Yeah, dude.
Interesting.
Toronto. And I put Florida number 5.
Just for good measure.
Dude. Just to put that in there.
Bias aside, I think your New York Rangers are the best team in the league. Just balance of offense, defense, coaching, all that. I think they're number 1. I'm going to say actually Pittsburgh number 2, Colorado number 3. And then I am going to go with Toronto number 4 and Tampa number 5.
Like it, dude. It's tough.
Yeah. And you notice only one team from the West I picked. So
I know. I was trying to mix in some West in there, but I didn't.
I mean, St. Louis, very vulnerable.
I know.
Nashville, Minnesota, Dallas,
Consistent.
Anaheim,
Golden
the
Knights,
Kings, the Flames. I mean, that's why the Oilers had such an opportunity earlier in the year, and it just seems like they kind of let that go.
Literally dropped the puck.
Yeah. So your NHL Power Rankings. I mean, we might have to make it a weekly segment.
I like it, dude.
So I just love as, we get, further along in the season. I mean, we're basically, for all intents and purposes, at the halfway point. I mean, some teams have played a little over, some teams a little under. And I'm imagining the plan is to get all 82 in, even though I know there was a lot of COVID postponements.
Yeah, I think they have a couple weeks scheduled. I think it's coming up during the
I think it was something like 90 or some ridiculous amount of games that they were making up. I like where we're headed.
Yeah, me too, dude.
Who would you say leader in the clubhouse for the MVP?
For MVP of the league, dude. That's pretty tough. I honestly, man, I'm trying to think. I would think Aho is up there for Carolina. Cale McCarr for the Avalanche, probably pretty up there as well. So is Nate McKinnon for the Avalanche. Yeah, I'll go McKinnon for the Avalanche right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, bias aside, I mean, I would think Kreider has to at least get some votes.
Definitely. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm trying to be a non-biased guy, though.
Yeah.
It's tough.
But I mean, the performance is unbelievable. I mean, it's just like the fact that he's outplayed. I mean, you could argue everybody in the league almost, like from a scoring perspective, obviously, leading the league in goals, but just like, I don't know. I think he's been more consistent than Ovechkin, more consistent than Draisaitl, more consistent than McDavid.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, definitely.
And throw in Huberdeau.
Yeah. And his force in the power play is just unbelievable.
And then all I'm saying is, end of the season, Tony, I just hope Igor wins the Conn Schmeidt and shows everybody I should have been an all-star over that fraud from Toronto.
Oh, Campbell?
Yeah. He'll finish this year, save percentage under 9. Watch. I'm just saying. Wow. I'm learning quickly, Tony. Here, I'm really like it's insane. I never saw this coming in a million years.
Really?
A million gazillion years.
A million gazillion.
Because every time, we really have to watch hockey. Like, why are we watching this? It's so annoying. They never score. But it's just like the reason why it's so much better than soccer is because soccer they never score. But there's not the big hits. It's just very like the finesse stuff. I mean, that's just not. It's not what I'm about. But I like hockey. It's tough. I mean, you get lit up, and it's so funny. Yeah. I guess I'm just used to watching like the NFL. Like they have these huge hits, and I'm expecting penalty.
Yeah, no, dude,
it doesn't work like that. And the fights are insane.
Oh, I know.
One last question for you though. I noticed this last night. How does it work to get a 4-minute penalty?
So a 4-minute penalty is a major.
Mm-hmm.
So what that is, essentially means like if you were to commit a regular penalty, let's say like a high sticking, right?
Right.
Hit a guy in the face. If he starts bleeding, that's a major.
Oh, okay.
So it's 4 minutes.
That's obviously a tough one to swallow.
Yeah.
And then I noticed too, like the Kings last night had, were down a man in overtime. I hadn't seen that. Does that just for whatever reason not happen that much?
A penalty in overtime? Yeah, not much. Because when you think about it, there's really not much contact in overtime.
Right. And this was from regulation carrying over, which I think is even a little more. Do they not blow the whistle as much in the for stuff like that in the final minute or so? Unless it's egregious. I'm saying penalties.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I feel like they obviously let them play for the last minute, but I mean, if they see something, they're gonna call it.
Yeah. So that's why I was thinking. As soon as that happened, I think the Rangers had a little less than a minute. I was like, I mean, they're gonna score right now, win this 3-on-2.
I know, crazy, right?
But it's funny. Even though I would like to see them do it the regular way, the 3-on-3 is kind of fun to watch for overtime. But
yeah, it is fun,
you want the regular.
Yeah, I mean, it's not to say you're biased, but it's more fun, obviously, when your team wins in overtime,
right?
Rather than loses.
So, but if you were commissioner, how would you, let's say it's all the same postseason, regular season, what would it be? Well,
for the regular season, I would do another period of 5-on-5, and then into a shootout.
Okay, so you still would do the shootout,
yeah.
And the period's only 5 minutes, right? But you're saying you would go a full period,
yeah, 5-on-5.
Because you think most of the time, I mean, someone's going to score. It's not going to really go to a shootout that much.
Most of the time, yeah.
But it's just I guess Bettman's tight about the length of games.
Yeah, maybe, apparently.
Yeah.
And I guess, again, like the argument with the We're not sure if games are getting moved or canceled because of COVID. We may have to do this and whatever. But, I mean, it is what it is at this point.
Great sport.
I'm glad they just haven't touched playoff hockey, overtime, start of 5 until the end of time. Like, that's,
What's the most OTs you've seen it go to? In playoffs?
Triple overtime.
Wow. So that's playing 6 periods.
Yeah, it was the Kings Rangers Stanley Cup.
What game?
I think it was game like 3.
After they were to make it down 3-0, right?
Yeah.
And then they won game 4 and then lost game 5.
And it was tough because I think the first game I think was kind of a blowout, but then the next 2 were both overtime losses. Like, really tough, dude.
That should have been Hank's Cup.
I know, it should have been.
Yeah, but Shesterkin passing of the torch. And
I know it's tough, dude.
I know it sounds crazy, but I just think in 10 years he's gonna be held in the same light as Patrick.
Wow, dude.
So, other than that, Tony, one other surprise. Talk about it tomorrow. But I realized I was wrong. A little typo. Torrey Pines starts tomorrow. Farmers Insurance. They don't want to compete with Championship Sunday, CBS broadcast.
Makes sense.
So we'll take a look at that tomorrow. And you got something on tap for today?
Oh, yeah, it's right, dude. Screen time coming in at 10:30 in an hour, dude. Just 1 hour. We're doing best car chase scenes, dude.
Wow.
We're feeling adrenaline flowing through the veins today. It's been a good episode.
News and trailers as well, or
of course, dude. As always, we have a couple of news updates. We have one trailer to watch, a pretty big one. You know, I'm not gonna ruin it now. You have to tune in.
So you're pretty excited.
I'm always pretty excited.
I'm excited.
I know, episode 62, dude. Get up there.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, right?
Why not?
You gonna tune in, Barnes?
I will tune in.
Right?
I always do.
Oh.
So another great show, Tony. All of our fans, appreciate everyone tuning in.
Mm-hmm.
Keep commenting, liking, and subscribing. Merch, downtimetv.com, the archives, Tony, YouTube page. You've heard it all before. We'll see you.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do.